Hello everybody, welcome back to Andy's Attic. Tonight's episode will be 1980 Top Super Football. There's 33 cards in that set. I will be going through them in my video. I do not have the whole set. I still need probably like 12 or 13 because I'm trying to put a high grade set together, like 9s and 10s. It's just my personal preference because those things, the way they came in the boxes. So that'll be explained too throughout the video. All right, let's start off with the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I am not eligible to vote, obviously. I'm not making content for a year yet. I just started back in January. So next year I'll get my shot to be able to vote. But I feel everybody should participate. I think it's a great thing for the community to recognize your peers and the guys that have been doing this for a while. There's a lot of guys on here that are have really good channels. I enjoy a lot of them. And with that being said, I just want to give out some shout outs tonight. I'm going to try to give some shout outs every video, whether it be one or two, because I think some channels, if they're not already recognized, I just want, maybe I get a new viewer that they don't have, and then, they hear that, so they subscribe, because a sub's a sub. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't have the time to watch all the videos, because I sure as heck don't. You can at least sub somebody, or even just, watch a little bit, give a like, comment, whatever you want to do. It doesn't hurt anything to sub to somebody. All right, with that being said, then, I want to give two shout-outs tonight. These are the two boys from Ohio, Skaght at Reindeer Studios. Really cool dude with an even cooler cat. He's a very artistic, very talented. He does a lot of videos, awesome editing throughout his videos. I really enjoy his channel, so if you haven't seen him yet, please sub to Skaght at Reindeer Studios. And he also has a shop on Etsy where he creates, his own stuff and he sells it. So if you haven't checked him out, please check him out. And the other Ohio boy I'd like to shout out is Warren D in CLE. It's another good channel. I think I first saw him when Theo interviewed him for Card Room or whatever. It was something like that. If I'm mistaken, sorry, but that's how I remember it anyway. I watch a lot of stuff, so it's hard to remember where I seen stuff. But they're both Cleveland Indian fans. Warren D, he only has 289 subs. The guy's a very passionate collector. Good sense of humor. Has done a lot in this community as far as, shout outs and promoting other channels. Really good guy. Seems like a really good guy. I don't know him personally, but seems like a really good dude. So both of these guys are really cool dudes. If you haven't checked out either one of their channels, please do. You won't be disappointed. All right. Onto the cards. These are the 1980 Topps Supers. They're a 5x7 card. They used to come in boxes that look like this. I actually have 3 unopened boxes. Well, I shouldn't say unopened. There's 2 that are unopened and then 1 that's opened. They came in the stores. I had a local store growing up that I would go down to, and these boxes would be open, and the cards didn't come in packs. They were just open. They would open these boxes, and then you could pick out, whatever card you wanted that was available in that box. And I don't remember if it was like 10 cents, maybe a quarter at the time, a card. I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed these. These were probably I would say the next step in line as far as my collecting went. for football. I seen these, and you know, I just thought they were really awesome. Being able to walk into the store and see these football players and whatnot. I'm gonna open one of these boxes. Well, I'm gonna open the box that's already opened, so you can kind of get an idea of what it was like when you walked into the store and seen them on the counter. Okay, so you would walk into the store and they would be on the counter or on a shelf near the sports cards and stuff like that. And this is what it would look like. And it says 15 cents a card. But I think some of the retailers or some of the stores actually, you know, rip that tab off and they would put their own prices on there of, like I said, maybe a quarter a piece. I could be wrong though. It's hard for me to remember back that far. You're going back a long time for me. So anyway, we have Archie Manning here on top, but this is what they would look like. And then you get to pick your, you know, pick whatever one out you wanted. You'd go through them. A lot of them would get corner wear or damage, you know, from different kids going through them, or even adults for that matter. Okay, so we're going to go on next to my collection, so you can see what they look like slabbed. I'm actually working on this set. All right, here we go. This is the first card slabbed, and it's Franco Harris from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And like I said, I'm going to be working on this set. I still have a few to go as far as finding them in an 8 or a 9 or a 10. I'm trying to make, you know, a high grade set. I shouldn't even say 8s. I'm trying to do them all in 9s and 10s because these are so condition sensitive because of the way they were distributed. So I would like a really nice set in my collection. This is Peyton and Eli's father again. This is Archie Manning. He was a quarterback for the New Orleans Saints at the time. And I don't know what it is with bigger cards. I love the bigger cards. I love the things that bring back memories with me. And these are the backs of the cards, what they look like. I think there was 30 or 33 in the set. I think it was 30 though. This here's Harold Carmichael, wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Dan Fouts, quarterback for the San Diego Chargers. Air Coryell, another great nickname for an offensive team. There's Ken Stabler, the Snake, without the Raiders. This is when he was with the Houston Oilers. This is their TD, Tony Dorsett. Awesome running back out of the University of Pittsburgh. That's why he's one of my favorites, even though I'm not a Cowboys fan. I really enjoyed watching him play. Leroy Selman. He had a brother, Dewey, also that played. I'm pretty sure it was his brother anyway. But for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, back when they were pretty horrible, he was one of the bright spots on that team. Another Pittsburgh Steeler, John Stallworth. And another Pittsburgh Steeler, quarterback Terry Bradshaw. Who doesn't really need any explanations. He's a Hall of Famer. I like his sideburns he got going there. Another set that's full of Steelers. Back then, like I said, they were a dominating team up until probably this point. Just coming off the Super Bowl win versus the Rams. So sorry if there's any shakiness as well. I'm holding it this week instead because these are bigger cards and I couldn't really set it up to catch the whole slab. So I apologize. Here's Otis O.J. Anderson. Really good running back. This was his rookie season. I actually played for the Cardinals in knee-high football, so I always liked a lot of the players on the Cardinals because their uniforms kind of resembled the ones that I was wearing every Saturday. Here we have John Jefferson, JJ. He was also part of that Air Coryell offense with Dan Fouts. He was a wide receiver for the Chargers, along with Wes Chandler and, Kellen Winslow at tight end. They're a pretty high-powered offense back in the day. Jack Ham, Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker. There's Joe Green, Mr. Mean Joe. Big personality on that Steelers team. In case anybody's wondering, I have these in like comic book seal tight protectors as far as the plastic goes, the sleeves. So like I said, I'm all about protection. You wouldn't think that because I have 4 children, but I'm all about protection with my cards. These are my babies from way back. There's Chuck Muncie. At the time, he was running back for the New Orleans Saints. Looks like I stole his readers. It looks like they're the same kind I get. Next, we have good old Jaws, Ron Jaworski from the Philadelphia Eagles, quarterback. Number 7. I obviously grew up watching some of the Eagles games as well. My aunt at the time was a huge Eagles fan. Always tried converting me. I actually have a school picture, I think it's from 6th grade, where I have a Wilbur Montgomery jersey on that she bought me. Jack Lambert, middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 58. I always liked that neck guard he wore. I always wanted one when I was in knee-high football. I know one kid that had one, and I always thought it was really cool. Next we have Ricky Bell. I think he played USC. He was a top draft pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I remember him, during the playoffs, he was playing the Eagles, I think, at the time. Really good running back. Another tragic story. He ended up being diagnosed with something fatal, and they also made a movie about him. I'm pretty sure it's called Triumph of the Heart or something like that. I'd have to look it up. But he was very young when he passed away as well. And who better to end it with? Sweetness. Absolutely one of my favorite running backs to watch. Just the way he ran. It was just unique. Gave 100%. His workout training in the off season was just incredible. Running back for the Chicago Bears, Hall of Famer. Another one who he was already retired but died way too young. Way too young. Also remember the Super Bowl. I was pulling so much for him to score that touchdown instead of the fridge. But obviously at the time, the fridge was just a big thing, I guess. They had t-shirts made out, for him. And, he was just this flash in the pan type player where he was awesome on defense. And then they would stick him as the fullback. And he would end up scoring the touchdown instead of Walter Payton. And I remember, at the end of that game, there were stories about how Walter Payton just, sat in a corner by himself and wept because he was just, upset with Mike Ditka. And, I feel he deserved to score that touchdown. He is the Bears. How about that? I will say that. A lot of people say George Halas, obviously, being what he was to the organization. But my personal opinion, when I think Chicago Bears, this is who I think of. And this concludes my set. There are, like I said, 30 cards in this set. I still need, I would say, quite a few. They're really hard to find. even on eBay. But I'm really trying to put this set together. I came across the John Hanna a few years ago, and I offered the guy, you know, so much money, and he wouldn't take it. And then I don't know if he just took it off or if somebody actually purchased it for the amount he was asking. But I wish I would have got it because I haven't seen one since. Another thing is, a lot of people, you know, they talk about these bigger cards with storage and stuff like that. I purchased this on eBay, I think last year. It's actually a comic book storage box. It's material on the outside. I guess it's cardboard, heavy duty cardboard. Anyway, if you open it up, you'll see, you know, I got some stuff in there too that I'm going to show eventually, but has the Velcro container, has handles on the sides. Each side has handles. So that's what I keep them in. Comes in handy for these bigger slabs. Oh, and these are the comic book bags that I use. They're made by BCW. They're not too expensive, and they're well worth it. They protect the slabs from scratches and stuff like that, and resealable. Like I said, I prefer protection for my babies. I'm always protecting my babies, whether it be my kids or my cards. All right, now we'll turn this camera around. All right, guys and gals, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said earlier in my intro, if you haven't subbed to any of those channels or checked them out, please do. With my channel, fairly new. Hope I'm not too boring. Sub if you like, you know, give me the thumbs up, comment. I always try to get back to people that comment on my stuff. I enjoy really communicating and connecting with people. I think that's what this hobby is all about. And if you are eligible to vote on the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, please do. Some of these guys need your vote. You know, not everybody likes the same channels. Get some people noticed maybe for future ballots. Who knows? All right, guys. Have a super awesome day, everybody. And thanks for joining me on this episode of Andy's Attic. We'll see you again next week. Peace.